Welcome back to Two Attorneys Arguing. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman, and sitting next to me is my longtime friend and partner in the legal sense, Craig. Realize people listen to these shorts.
Not in the biblical sense.
You
mean the legal sense, yes.
Yeah. We had lunch today, and we were talking about getting canceled. And I was making a joke over it because, that's what I do. And you said something that is the biggest line of denial that I've ever heard ever. Why don't you tell me your argument how you can't get canceled?
Oh, you have to participate in your own cancellation. You're not canceled if you don't go along with it.
You're just in denial?
No, you're just not canceled. You just keep doing what you do. You keep showing up where you show up. You keep saying the things that you say, and you're not canceled. No one can really cancel you.
You're pulling a Costanza where you quit on Friday and you just show up on Monday and they don't realize it?
Those are two different things.
Okay, canceled means that the world has said no to you.
They can't say no.
What do you mean they can't say no?
Unless you agree. You have to agree to be canceled.
Could you imagine a client saying that to us?
You have to agree to be canceled. Who did they tried to cancel Morgan Wallen. You remember that?
Well,
Morgan Wallen did not participate in his cancellation. You know what? It didn't work.
He did participate. He apologized.
He went on and did his concert. No. His label dropped him. He picked up another label.
No, he didn't pick up another label. What happened was this.
Well, they dropped him and picked him back up again?
Everyone dropped him, and he went to get the therapy. He did the preacher tour. He did all the things, and then what happened is that people decided, I like his music.
Yeah.
So the people decided he wasn't canceled.
Yes.
He didn't decide he wasn't canceled.
But he didn't run away and hide. If he would have run away and hidden.
He did.
He did not.
He did. He did the tour. He did the apology tour.
He stood out there.
He did the apology tour.
Made people come see him.
He did the apology tour. He went around and said, I'm sorry, I was wrong. I did these things. And the problem was that, not the problem, but people kept buying his stuff. So he did the apology thing.
Casey Anthony, she participated in her cancellation. She went off in hiding. That's what you do when you're ashamed.
When was this? When did she go off and hide? You mean after the trial?
Yeah.
Well, where was she going to go?
Well, she couldn't go anywhere where anybody would know. That's why she had to go in hiding.
She was probably the most recognizable female
she
non-celebrity
had to exit
ever.
herself from the equation.
Well, you have to hide.
Yeah,
they'd have killed her.
That's what she did.
They had death threats.
Oh,
People
they
are
wouldn't
mad.
have killed. They wouldn't have killed.
Oh, you trust me. Some of these women, that's like prison. You go in there. You know what happens when you kill a child or do bad stuff. You on the list. You know the way that works. Prison rules.
Outside of prison.
Outside of prison, yes.
The prison rules that get applied outside of prison. Yeah, I don't think they get applied outside of prison.
How many mothers remember this? The death threat she was getting? Yeah, I'm not saying she didn't earn it, but at the same time, the world's tough. But now they're all internet people. Everyone sends you like nasty emails. And I always laugh about that. Then you contact them up. You go, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, well, who's this? Oh, this is the guy you were bad-mouthing on the internet. And you laugh about it. You're going, he goes, I really didn't mean it, man. Because we got email balls. People behind the screens.
Yeah, they do. Everyone's so tough.
They keyboard warriors.
Everyone's so tough behind the keyboard, right? They're so tough.
Conan. What's the line from Conan about the enemies?
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. That's the line.
It's so weird that's probably the only movie quote you have memorized.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
Name a quote more than 2 sentences that you remember from a movie. More than 2 sentences. You just basically gave a paragraph.
I am merely illuminating the terrain in which we find ourselves deployed. Casualties of war.
Was that more than 2 sentences?
Yeah, that was more than 2 sentences.
It felt like a run-on.
Well, maybe it was a run-on of multiple.
See, I just remember Forrest Gump. I have 400 of those.
400 Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Forrest Gumps. Sometimes there's just not enough rocks. There's and not the easy ones.
That's my boat.
That's my boat. You still have legs.
Lieutenant Dan.
He goes,
want some ice cream?
Magic legs. Magic legs. There's so many ones. He goes, I used to be Lieutenant Dan. You still are Lieutenant Dan. Mama, what's my destiny? I could do this all day. I'm sorry. And Tom Hanks actually apologized for that role.
How?
He said because.
Oh, see, now that's participating in your own cancellation.
Yeah. He said it should have went to somebody who had special needs.
Well, no, it shouldn't have, because I don't know that there was a person with Tom Hanks' unique ability to convey a character on screen
and make him that likable.
Forrest Gump was likable.
That
takes a lot of talent that I don't know that if somebody, that reminds me when Leonardo DiCaprio, when he did a movie with, what was the movie? What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Remember that?
Yeah. Was Johnny Depp in the movie?
Yes. Yeah. I actually thought he was a special needs kid.
A special needs?
A special needs kid.
A special needs? Is that
I just so when I
look at my son, I said, he's a special need
kid. Yeah.
Okay.
I was taking a breath. Relax.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be insulting.
I'm just saying it was funny because
I was so convinced that he was what he was portraying himself to be that when I saw him get up at the Oscars, I don't know, like a year or two later, I was shocked. I couldn't believe that he wasn't afflicted the way he was in the movie. He did that good of a job of portraying that character. And I don't think somebody with that mental type of deficiency would be able to capture that sort of performance, to deliver that kind of performance. It was a powerful performance.
I can agree with that. I understand it. I think people always equate everything to something else. Like that if you have no legs, you're the only one who can play a character with no legs. Special effects are what they are now. Green screen, you can green screen anything, like Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan did a pretty good job.
I mean, should that character been played by somebody else? I don't know. I think we're taking away. I think there's a big difference between like Snow White, where they go, you took away all the potential jobs for little people.
Yeah. So
did you see it with your daughter? Did you have to go?
No, I can't go see that. That load
Even
of crap.
For your daughter?
No.
You
can't
wouldn't go?
Support that. No, absolutely
stop.
not. Disney destroyed that.
You got to take one for the team.
And they hated. They hated
Did
their
kids
audience.
Hate it? Did kids hate it?
I don't know.
I thought kids were okay with it.
Well, they did terrible at the box office.
Well, that's because people didn't take their kids.
Even
like
critics didn't like Disney's new Snow White. Even critics didn't like it. And they bend over backwards to put Disney movies over.
What do you think about that? Do you think...
I got to protect the little people. So I am so self-righteous.
No, I'm not talking about this.
That I'm not going to cast little people as dwarves. I'm going to prevent them from having very lucrative jobs as a way of showing my empathy for them. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
How backwards is that?
Okay. You got Rachel Zegler from Snow White. And here's the thing. As an attorney, I know you're contractually obligated. You got morals clauses. You have everything else. There's also some clauses they put in your contracts about talking on the internet or not bad-mouthing your movies and things like that. I don't know what the movie was about, but I do know one thing.
You don't know what the Snow White movie was about?
I didn't know what that Snow White movie was about.
Oh.
I know there was a lot of changes. I know there are theme differences and things like that. But here's the thing. I wonder if you can legally go after an actress or somebody who participates in the movie when they basically submarine the movie you're in.
That would be the movie to do it on, because she absolutely submarined that movie. She couldn't keep her mouth shut. She was going to every place she could. She's bad-mouthing the original film. She was bad-mouthing the culture. She was bad-mouthing everyone she could bad-mouth. She was bad-mouthing.
I'm just trying to figure out, because actors take pieces of the movie now. They get points. They get all these things. I wonder if you can sue somebody for doing something like that. And I think there's clauses that deal with that. For example, athletes can be fired based on comments they make on the internet. Actors can be fired for it. I'm trying to figure out the argument that she would make, because I think one of the arguments is that she might have had some mental issues, that she couldn't control some of the things she did, that this is just some mental things she says and does.
As an excuse?
Yeah.
And it only manifests itself in that particular way.
It might manifest it in other places. But I mean, I was watching her do it, and I was watching the interviews, and it looked like a person who was not thinking about what they were talking about, because standing right next to her was Wonder Woman. And when she would say something, the Israeli actress, whose Hebrew is her first language, was going, uh-oh. And her eyes got big going. It was like she was going, this is actually happening? And I can't imagine that, you're a director or you're a producer on that film, or even the company. And I heard the company flew in and tried to say, hey, you got to be cool. Don't, you got interviews, you got this stuff. Try not to stop getting on the internet. And she kept going on in the internet. And And then she wanted to, supposedly her people said they were going to sue Disney, how quick it went to the streaming service.
Her people are going to sue Disney?
That was one of the rumors that came out.
That would be a really bad day in court for her. I think Disney would countersue for her sabotaging the movie before the premiere.
I mean, I don't know. It seemed to me was a little rough when I was dealing with it. I was trying to figure it out.
Did you go see it?
I didn't take Jacob. I go to about 50 movies a year. And
you didn't take Jacob?
There were other movies. I had other choices. I mean, John, our boy Jason Statham had like 7 movies I had to see.
Statham. He's got one out every other month.
Transporter
94.
What was the movie about? All right. Jason Statham is out there killing people.
I like Jason Statham.
I like Jason.
I think he's the new action star.
He's been around a long time.
He's the new Rambo.
No, he's been around too long.
He's been around too long? He's actually been in a movie.
You know who does
Rambo,
it?
Right?
He reminds me of Nick Cage. He's in a movie, like 10 movies a year, and we have to watch them.
Nick Cage.
Yeah. I love Nick Cage, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'll watch anything. Yeah. He always has that look on his face like he's hurting.
I like Nick Cage so much. I actually watched Ghost Rider.
Oh, I like Ghost Rider.
Yeah, mine kind of did too.
The second one was weird.
Didn't do well.
Well,
I think I was the only one that liked it in Florida.
I like when he did the Elvis thing. He was like Elvis and Ghost Rider together.
Yeah, you and I think, are the only ones who appreciate that.
Nick,
it didn't do well.
Nick,
it didn't do well.
A lot of love.